Welcome back to Commerce with Tawfiq YouTube channel, students. Today in this video, we will discuss about the accounting treatment of consignment accounts in the books of a consignor. In the previous video, I tried giving the meaning of a consignment. I tried giving the parties involved in these consignment accounts. I tried explaining you the features of a consignment or consignment accounts. So in this video, let us start with a accounting treatment. I have explained you in the previous video of consignment accounts, the accounting treatment or the accounting transactions should be recorded in the books of a consignor who is a sender, who is a principal, and the accounting transactions should be recorded in the books of a consignee who is an agent. So here in this video, let us understand the accounting treatment of consignment accounts in the books of a consignor. Dear students, as we know, consignor is a principal party involved in this consignment account who send the goods to the agent for the sale, for the purpose of sale. He is sending the goods to another party who is consigning for the purpose of sale. So in his book, in the consignor's books of accounts, you have to prepare you have to make the accounting transactions, enter the accounting transactions. As we know, normally what we do in recording the transactions is first we record the general entries. After recording the general entries, we post them to the ledger accounts. That is what we have to do here. The consignment accounts, you prepare the general entries and you post those general entries into the ledger accounts. So I tried giving in a simple way, dear students, that is, a accounting treatment in the books of consignor, you have to prepare approximately 9 general entries. In these 9 general entries, you record about the goods which is sent, you record the expenses paid by the consignor, you record the expenses paid by the consignee. If any bill made on that bill entry also will be recorded. If any exchange or if any remittance of a bill has been done, that entry also will be recorded. You will record the profit or loss on consignment. You will record the sale made by the consignee. You will record the closing stock with the consignee. So there are certain general activities or general things which you will find in the consignment agreements. So let us understand, I tried giving a summary of entries here. So before going to the general entries, I have given a summary of entries where the first entry which you have to record is on dispatch of goods. You record the first entry which is dispatch of goods. The second entry you will record has expenses paid by consignor. First entry is dispatch of goods. Second entry is expenses paid by consignor. Third entry is if it is optional. Maybe in some questions they have made a bill or they may not have made bill. If they have made a bill, then the third entry will be acceptance of a bill. Fourth entry will be remittance of a bill. After remittance, you can get a sale entry of a consignee. Then next, expenses paid by the consignee. Next, closing stock with the consignee. Next, profit or loss on consignment entry you have to prepare, and loss you have to prepare a general entry for closing goods sent to consignment account. So this is summary. Once again I repeat, one is dispatch of goods. What is mean by this dispatch of goods? A consignor is sending the goods to the consignee for the purpose of sale. A consignor is sending the goods to the consignee for the purpose of sale. On this particular sending of goods, where the consignee is receiving the goods, on this particular activity, you have to prepare one general entry. That summary I tried giving has dispatch of goods. Second general entry is expenses paid by the consignor. Any insurance, freight charges paid by the consignor, that particular expenses entry you have to prepare. Dear students, I am sending goods to one particular party. Imagine I am A here, my name is A. I am sending goods to B. So I am a consignor, he is a consignee. If I am sending the goods, instead of receiving a amount immediately, what I do is I can make a bill on that. I can make a bill of exchange on that. So I have made the bill, and the person opposite to me who is receiving goods from me, I am selling on the basis of credit basis here. So he is receiving the goods. So he will pay the amount to me immediately, then no worries. If he is not paying the amount immediate to me, then I will make one particular bill with one particular period. So if I am making a bill, then he has to accept that bill. So on that particular acceptance, I have to prepare one general entry. In some questions, there may be a chances where you will get these transactions. In some questions, you will not get these transactions. If you get these transactions on acceptance of a bill by consignee, you will prepare one general entry. On the due date, he will pay that amount to me. For example, if I have made 3 months bill, on that particular 3 months date, he will pay that amount to me. That is remitted to me. If he has paid that amount to me, then you will prepare one general entry, that is remittance entry. That is also in some questions you will get, or in some questions you may not get this. But after this, there is a sale entry. A consignee has sold the goods to other parties. That sale entry compulsory in every question you will get, which you have to prepare. After preparing a sale entry, if the expenses paid by the consignee, I repeat, if the expenses paid by the consignee, those expenses entry also should be prepared here. After this, if he is able to pay all the goods, then well, no worries. If he is not able to pay, only 80% of goods is sold by the consignee, remaining 20% is with him itself, then what we have to do? For that you have to prepare another transaction or another entry, that is closing stock entry. Then on this particular consignment, if I got a profit, then the profit entry should be prepared. If I got a loss, then that loss entry should be prepared. In last, for closing the goods sent on consignment, that entry we have to prepare. So these are the summary of general entries. Let us see one by one. I hope you have you know how to prepare the general entries, you know the rules, regulations of preparing the general entries. I am not going on the rules and regulations now in this particular present video. Just concentrate. There are 9 general entries which I have written here, on which I have told you the summary. The first general entry, that is consignment account debit to goods sent on consignment account. Consignment account debit to goods sent on consignment account, which is nothing but this is a dispatch entry where the goods has sent to the consignee for the purpose of sale. For this you have to prepare a general entry, that is consignment account debit to goods sent on consignment account. The second general entry here, it is consignment account debit to bank account. So what is this entry now? Understand with the help of your rules and regulations. Well, very good. I have given a summary with this. Consignment account debit to bank account, this is general entry of expenses paid by the consignor. The second general entry is, if the expenses paid by the consignor, then the general entry you have to prepare in the books of a consignor, that is consignment account debit to bank account. Third, acceptance of a bill. If there is a bill made by the consignor, I repeat, if there is a bill made by the consignor, then the entry will be bills receivable account debit to consignee account. Bills receivable account debit to consignee account. If there is a bill made, after this, if that bill is remitted, then the entry will be bank account debit to bills receivable account. If that bill is remitted, then the entry will be bank account debit to bills receivable account. If there is no bill, no worries. And next, if the sale made in these 3 general entries, that is remittance, acceptance and sale entry. I am telling you. You got to know the acceptance, bills acceptance entry, remittance entry, sale made by the consignee. Sale made by the consignee. For that, consignee account debit to consignment account. For the sale made by the consignee. Consignor has sent goods to the consignee. Consignee will receive the goods. After receiving the goods, consignee will not keep the goods with him. He will sell the goods. For selling, you have to prepare a general entry. That general entry is consignee account debit to consignment account. After this sale entry, you have to prepare an entry on expenses paid by the consignee. See, the second general entry is consignment account debit to bank account. This is the expenses paid by the consignor. If the same expenses paid by the consignee, if the other expenses paid by the consignee, that entry will be consignment account debit to consignee account. The expenses paid by the consignee, that entry will be consignment account debit to consignee account. Once this particular entry is done, next stock, closing stock with a consignee. As I was telling you, if he is selling all the goods, then no worries. If any goods remaining with him, then you have to prepare a closing stock entry. The closing stock entry is stock on consignment account debit to consignment account. Stock on consignment account debit to consignment account. After closing stock, if there is any profit, then the profit entry, profit on consignment, then the profit entry will be consignment account debit to profit and loss account. If it is a loss, then profit and loss account debit to consignment account. Next, the last entry for closing the goods sent to consignment account, that entry will be goods sent on consignment account debit to trading account. Goods sent on consignment account debit to trading account. So these are the general entries which you have to prepare in the books of consignor, where the first entry will be on dispatch, second entry will be on expenses paid by the consignor, third entry will be on bills acceptance, fourth entry will be on sale made by the consignee, fifth entry will be on bill remitted if there is a bill, then sixth entry will be on expenses, sixth entry will be on expenses paid by the consignee, seventh entry will be on closing stock, eighth entry will be on profit or loss on consignment, and ninth entry will be on goods sent, ninth entry will be on closing for goods sent on consignment account. These are the general entries which should be prepared in the books of consignee. Dear students, now the same thing let us understand with the help of a ledger account. You will prepare one ledger account that is said to be as a consignment account. This consignment account is a nominal account in nature. Here this account is prepared to find out a profit or loss on consignment. Who will prepare this account? Consignor will prepare this account. So this account is in nominal in nature. This account is prepared to find out a profit or loss on consignment. So in the debit side of this consignment account, you have to take 4 items. Keep this in your mind. You have to take 4 items. One is goods sent on consignment, that is dispatch. Another is expenses incurred by the consignor, that is second general entry. Another is expenses incurred by consignee, and next commission paid to consignee. And the next is commission paid to consignee. These 4 things you have to take in the debit side of consignment account. Once again I repeat here, one is dispatch of goods, that is goods sent on consignment. Next is expenses met by consignor, expenses met by consignee, and commission paid to consignee. These 4 things you have to take in debit side of consignment account. And in the credit side, sale made by consignee, sale made by consignee, goods returned by consignee, abnormal loss, closing stock. 4 items here in the credit side. I repeat once again, in the credit side of consignment account, then the first entry in the credit side of consignment account will be sale made by consignee, then goods returned by, second entry will be goods returned by consignee, third will be abnormal loss, and fourth will be closing stock. You will find out the highest amount and you make it as a total amount. Then you find out a balancing figure. In the consignment account, if you get a balancing figure in the debit side of consignment account, then it is considered as profit on consignment, which is transferred to profit and loss account. If you get a balancing figure in the credit side of profit and loss account, then this particular profit has if you get a balancing figure in the credit side of consignment account, then this particular balancing figure is considered as loss on consignment, and this loss also is transferred to profit and loss account. This is consignment account, ledger account. The same thing you find in these general entries also, where the first entry in the debit side is the first general entry, and the entries relating to expenses paid is the next general entries here, which you find in the debit side of consignment account. Sale made is also in general entry here. Dear students, you have to exclude the bills entry and the last entry, goods sent on consignment. The bills sent, that is bills acceptance, bills remittance, and goods sent on consignment account. These three general entries if you exclude, then the remaining general entries is nothing but it is a consignment account which you have to prepare. So this accounting treatment you can understand with the help of these general entries, and also you can understand with the help of a consignment account. If possible, dear students, I will try to give this image of a board in the last of a video. Please try to note down the general entries or try to understand with the help of a ledger accounts. Thank you so much for watching this. In this video, you tried understanding the accounting treatment of consignment accounts in the books of consignor. In the next videos, we will discuss the accounting treatment of consignment account in the books of consignee, and we will discuss the practical problems. We take an example of practical questions and we prepare the consignment accounts. Thank you so much for watching. To watch the next videos, please subscribe my YouTube channel Commerce with Tawfiq. Thank you so much. Stay home, stay healthy. Thank you once again.